Hey guys, so I am back and I am finally here to do my beauty favorites for 2014. And thank you guys for being patient with me because this video has been the bane of my existence. Like, I've been putting products aside and going through my stash and like, what do I want to talk about? What was really worth it in 2014? So it was a big to-do. And last year I didn't do the video because it ended up being February and I was like, oh my god, I'm not even ready to do the video. So I said just skip it and forget it. And my first favorite, and this is cliche, I know, but I gotta still say it, you guys rock. Like, my subscribers, my clique is everything. My clique will turn up, okay? My subscribers, you guys that view my videos and comment all the time, and I know the people that comment all the time, thank you guys so much for your support. Like, you don't understand. I read all the, I'm like, what girl, you know, and I'm just laughing to myself, like at work, or you know, when I'm just checking my emails, because you know, I get emailed the comments and they're just, thank you guys. You guys make this whole, you know, situation here on YouTube really fun for me. So thank you guys for your support, and let's do this for 2015 as well, right? Let's keep it going. So thank you guys again, and we're gonna just jump into the beauty favorites. And I'm looking at all this stuff on my desk and I'm like, oh my god, where do I start? Let's start at the base. Primers. I love two primers, but let's get into my SPF first. It's a Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. This SPF 30, and this is for normal, oily, and combination skin. Now my thing about SPF and sunscreen is that they give this white cast and they tend to be greasy, and oily skin just doesn't go well with it. I've started laser hair removal on my face, so I needed to wear an SPF. I'll be honest with you, I would just rely on the SPF in my foundation to be my SPF on my face, but I haven't used the actual sunscreen, but I needed to get one to use it for my laser hair removal because you have to wear sunscreen. So I grabbed this guy, and it's a moisturizer and SPF. Now the thing is, it's a tinted product, so it's not fully like white, and it won't leave that white. It does still leave a semi-white cast, but it's not as intense because it is tinted. It doesn't smell as strong of SPF either, of sunscreen, you know, that strong sunscreen smell, and it doesn't leave you greasy. So that's what I really love about this. I don't apply this on my T-zone though. I still just apply it on the areas that I'm removing the hair from. Laser hair removal was, yes, is another thing that I absolutely love. It's doing everything for me. As my facial primer though, under my my foundation, I've been using, I started out, this was my day one, the Mr. Smoothing Primer from Givenchy, which is a nice primer. It's like a blurring effect primer. It smooths out your skin. It's really a nice primer, and it does well in more like colder months when I'm not that greasy. But then Smashbox came in the clutch with the Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the Pore Minimizing Oil-Free version. This is the purple one. This one here, it doesn't make your skin, like, I don't get oily, and it minimizes my pores. Like, I have large pores right by my nose area and in my forehead, and that guy, these two primers, I would choose the Smashbox over the Mr. the Mr. Smooth from Givenchy, but both of them are great primers. Now don't pull what Carol pulled with her dry skin, went and got this one. Don't get this one if you have dry skin. This is only for oily skin. I wouldn't recommend this for dry skin at all. If you have combination or oily skin, this one. But Smashbox has other primers for like dry skin and sensitive skin. So check those out, but don't get this if you have dry skin, because this is mattifying. It's pore minimizing. Just wow, I love that primer so much. And then foundations, you guys are probably wondering what my favorite foundations were. At the end of the year, I discovered the Skin Star Foundation. This is in the shade 50. You can look at it and know that it's too dark for me. I love the finish though, the texture, the finish, the coverage, how it looks. It doesn't look too matte, it doesn't look too shiny, it doesn't look too dewy and just too much. It's just a nice soft, luminous finish. Like, it's luminous. It's not matte, but it's not overly glowy either. So I love this, but I have to mix it with my nude Dear Skin nude foundation, you know, 2 of them, so you can see the colors there. Yeah, the Star is 50 and the Dear Skin nude is 41, and I mixed these 2, and these, oh my god, the finish is so pretty, it's so creamy and beautiful. And then at the start of the year, I was all about the Marc Jacobs Marvelous Mousse foundation. I love this guy, and when I run out, which I'm almost out, I will be getting another one. It's great for travel as well because it is a mousse, so it's a cream type foundation. You don't have to worry about your liquid spilling in your luggage or having to pack only 3 ounces. So it's nice, it covers really well. It's more of a neutral undertone. This one is 82 Cocoa shade, if you're wondering. This guy is just, and if you're interested in foundation shades from me, I've left the link below in the description box with a video showcasing all my foundations that I have, and I have a lot, and telling you my shades. So if you want, check that out, please. But this guy, yes, yes. And the powder that I have been using, like my everyday powder, not my special occasion powder, is my Girl On, hands down. But I've been using my Fawn Cocoa Perfection powder from Marc Jacobs as well. This one I already have a backup of. I'm all over it because I hit pan. I hardly hit pan and stuff, so when I hit pan, you know it's real. And this, it already fell out because it's just, it's done. It's really done, but I'm using it up because I'm getting my full use out of it. But this foundation has been everything for me. So I mean, this powder. So that's what I use for my face and my foundation. Moving on. I'm trying to get through this. For my brows. Brows are my thing. Like, I love eyebrows. I love making my brows look. And I did thicker brows in 2014. Like, I grew my brows out a little bit. My Brow Wiz from Anastasia is my #1. This, I use the shade Brunette for my brows. It has the pencil on one end. It's a really fine point, so it applies really well. And then it has a spoolie on one end. This has been everything for me. This, yes. Brows, yes. And for powder, I've been using the Brow Powder Duo. This one's Ebony. The packaging is different now. When it comes to brows, Anastasia has done me right. So I love their brow powders. And if you are big on brows, or if you're a makeup artist or aspiring makeup artist, or you do your friend's makeup, this is top-notch, something that I would recommend. This is the brow palette, which has all her brow duos. So you have from blonde to granite, like a dark black, not a black but a sooty black if you have really rich deep brows, or if you want to go for a different look. And it has a brow primer in here as well, which is kind of waxy. I haven't used that, but the powders are everything, and I love this guy here. If you want me to do a video on this, which I think would be helpful to show you the different colors in her collection, but Anastasia has brows down pat. For my primers, I've been using my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. If you've seen my videos, you see me using this. So this is, of course, my favorite. You've seen this. You know this. This guy, the anti-aging, the original one is a little bit too dry. Like, it makes my lids too dry. I don't know what that is, but the anti-aging version is a really good buy. I love this guy here. Love it. And then, even though I don't like mentioning this brand, I must say the Eyeshadow Helper from Limecrime, this on my brows keeps my brows in place all day. They're waterproof, they're budge proof, they're smudge proof. Well, not, I mean, if I rub them, they're gonna come off. But this guy has been great for my brows. I don't use it for eyeshadow because I find that it, again, is too drying. But because I want a dry product on my brows to hold the powder and pencil product in place, this has been really, really good as well. So I don't really like what the brand stands for, but I can't knock that the product is everything. And then I also have been loving my Lane Low Paint Pot from MAC, which is what I use for my base. And this guy, they finally did re-promote. Was it last year or the year before? Was it last year or the year before? I don't remember, but they re-promoted Lane Low, and I'd like to think I had something to do with it. Probably not, but Lane Low, yes, this is a great neutral base. It's better than what is that? Soft Ochre and Painterly. If you have medium to deep skin, Laying Low is better for you because it is a darker tone. If you're really dark though, this might be a little bit too light, but it's deeper than Painterly, deeper than Soft Ochre, so it's better for that medium caramel skin tone. Love that. Quickly, mascara, hands down, no competition, my Too Faced Better Than Sex. Again, if you watch my videos, you knew this was coming. I didn't even have to tell you that. You knew this was coming. Too Faced Better Than Sex has it. They came out, I did a video on them, on this mascara. I just love it. It's really voluminous, has great volume, it's really black. It's just my love. I love this mascara, hands down. I have so many backups, it's not even funny. Speaking of mascaras, I forgot to mention my brow set from MAC for my brows. This is the Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set. This is the shade Ebony, which is brown ebony, which is a darker brown. And colored brow gels were the rage last year, but what I found is that most of them were a little bit too light because my brows are black, like literally black, just like my hair, they're black. So I didn't want to use a black mascara on my brows, but I needed a really deep, rich brown, and this is the only one that got deep enough to not look really fake on my brows. So I love this. And honorable mention, even though this, I only got this recently, this is the clear brow gel from Sleek Makeup. I actually really like this brow gel. It's small, so you know it's not going to go bad before you use it up, which is a good thing. It's cheaper, and it's a clear brow gel, and this guy holds my hairs in place like nobody's business, and it doesn't get too gloopy or too much product doesn't come out, so I really like this. I was going to mention my, my Anastasia clear brow gel, but I was like, yo, I like the Sleek one better. So even though Anastasia rocked with me last year, like, I think the Sleek one does better. So if you're making an order, if you're from the US and you're making an order, probably get the brow gel. But if you're in the UK, yeah, definitely go and check this out. Oh my god, so I was so caught up in foundations and moving on to brows that I forgot to mention these CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous oh my god, these foundations for oily skin, oily combination skin, not dry skin, again, for oily combination skin, which is the only skin I can really speak for. The Ready Set Gorgeous from CoverGirl. Get into it, get to know it. If you're really deep, I think there's only one color. Is there, or is this the deepest color? This may be the deepest color, so if you're deeper than me, you may have trouble. What is with drugstore foundations? Not even just drugstore. What is with brands not making foundations dark enough for deep skin? Ugh, sickening. But the Ready Set Gorgeous, I think there's one more shade darker, but I mixed these two, the 315 and the 310. I mixed these two to get my perfect shade because 310 is too light, 315 is too dark, but mixed together, and because they're so inexpensive, they're like $7 maybe, that, and you can get them on sale, but because they're so inexpensive, you can buy two and mix the shades. Oh my god, for drugstore foundation, this right here, oil control, keeps me matte, stays on all day, if you want a review, because I probably should do a review, but I feel like I don't need to, just check them out, like, for real, check them out. Okay, now we can move on to other things, and concealers. My full cover concealer from Makeup Forever, Day One, Holy Grail. Love this concealer. Again, for oily skin. If you have dry under, I apply this to my under eye area because I don't really have too much stuff going on my face that I need to cover that foundation doesn't cover. Foundation evens out my complexion enough that I don't need to do additional concealer. This concealer I use under my eyes, this is shade number 12. I also have 14, which is a little bit darker, but oh my god, this, if you have dry under eyes, don't even look at this. If you have crepey under eyes, don't even look at this. But if you have normal combination oily skin, under my eyes are a little drier, but this guy sets like that, okay? It stays put, stays in place, doesn't crease, doesn't budge, doesn't smudge. Just, yes. This, yes. And then another one is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I use this under my brows, a highlight. I use this also under my eyes. This is kind of similar to the Makeup Forever one, only the Makeup Forever one is more like cream, it's denser. This one's more liquidy. So dependent on your preference, but yes ma'am. And then my NARS Creamy Concealer. I actually have, this is the shade Ginger, but I have the shade Caramel, which, it's so creamy, and it's just so, oh, it's good. It's just good. The NARS did it with these concealers. It's radiant creamy. It really is. It's creamy. It still has this radiance. If you want to use it as a highlighter, get a shade lighter. This may be a little bit too light, but I mixed it with the other shade to get a I have to mix everything. Can you tell? But yes, 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 honey. Though, yes. And then another one that surprised me last year was the SheaMoisture concealers. Now, I did a full video on SheaMoisture products where I went through the whole shebang of products that I bought. Like, I bought a ton of stuff and I reviewed it. From eyeshadows to blushes to foundations, all of the above. But the concealers, I wouldn't necessarily use the concealer as a... I don't use concealer as concealer necessarily. Like, I don't use it... You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the issues that need concealer. Which... That's obnoxious. No, but for real, I don't really have, you know what I mean? The stuff. But I have Havasu Hazel and Waimea Bay Porcelain. These two make the perfect concealer highlight hybrid. They're lighter tones for me. Apply it under the eye, apply it in the forehead, apply it down the nose. They're very lightweight concealers. So they have a doe foot applicator. I love this app. I love the packaging. It's great. You just let it set for a little bit, tap, because it's a little bit runny. It is a little bit runny, but if you just let it set for a little bit and tap it out, heaven. And they're lightweight, so they don't feel heavy on your skin. Like, you know when you use concealers or some products like foundation and concealers that are meant to actually cover, they're not that lightweight. And when you use them as highlight on top of foundation, on top of this, it just gets too much. These are so lightweight that they're perfect for highlighting and contouring. So, love those. And then speaking of contouring and highlighting, again, another day one is my Makeup Forever sculpting kit. I hit pan. I'm just hitting pan on the things that I love. This is number, I want to say number 2. I have number 4, which is darker. So this is number 2, and I need to re-up on this. But it's so expensive. It is very expensive. But I love it. I love it. Like, I love it for a natural contour. Love this guy. I wouldn't, because of the price, I wouldn't necessarily say run out and get it. But if you wanted to invest in a great contour powder, I wish they sold them as singles, because the duo, I don't use the highlight powder because it's too light for me. I just don't think it suits my skin tone. So I wish they sold them as singles so I could just get the contour shade. So if you can get them at like the makeup show or IMAX, then do it. Otherwise, if you're not going to use the highlight, it might not be worth it to you. Just being real. The NARS contour blush duos that came out. Can we talk? Can we talk? NARS, y'all sleep on NARS, you know. I feel like y'all are sleeping on NARS. NARS, this guy here is what shade? Gina, which the contour shade and the highlight shade. The highlight shade is actually a brown highlight shade. So it's more of a chocolatey tone. So this I would actually use more together because I can mix them. I can use the highlight shade as an actual highlight shade. Maybe not. Maybe it's a contour because it's deep. It's really deep. This is Gina. But these duos are really nice. This one is Paloma. I think they have 3 shades. There's a lighter shade than this one. This is the medium shade. This now I would use. These two together I would use. And the highlight shade is smaller than the contour shade because obviously you're going to use the contour shade more, right? But if these are worth checking out. NARS, yes, NARS, you did it for me. And then I know everybody was going crazy about the, oh my god, the Anastasia contour kit. I have powder everywhere. The Anastasia contour kit. I like the kit, but don't get the kit if you're darker. Do not get the kit unless you're going to get, they have a medium deep set now where they have 6 different colors than that's in the original. So if you get that one for deeper skin. Otherwise, go on the website, go on the Anastasia Beverly Hills website, and build your own palette. It's still $40, but you select the shades you want. And I'm going to do a review so you can see the different shades and see swatches and stuff so you can figure out. I'm going to do that. I already did the, here's how, I already did the swatches of it. So I already did swatches, but then I got to do the review part. But these are the contour shades that I picked up. There are so many shades available that you can find your perfect shade and select your combination to best suit your needs and what you like from contour and highlight powders. So I think this is probably your best option. You can get 6 shades that come up to $40, which is the same price as these 2. You know what I mean? So this I think is better for your bulk. Not that I don't love the other thing, like I love the other things and I'm going to use them to death. But to me, price-wise, this is the best option. Again, I'm going to do a review. They're smooth, they're blendable, they're really nice powders. So right off the bat, if you don't want to, you should wait for the review to see the swatches though. But you can't go wrong. And I also picked up highlight shades as well. You'll see, like banana in the original was not for me. But these I thought were better highlight shades for me. And I'll go through them again. But I think that the Anastasia contour powders, the whole set, you have so many to choose from that it's really worth checking out. Speaking of highlights and contours and all that good stuff, let's get into the good shimmery highlights of last year. Alright, so I'm going to start out with Perfectly Poised Mineralized Skin Finish. And I think this came out at it was at the end of 2013 and I picked it up at the early part of 2015. Was it the Night Divine? Some kind of Divine collection. And they came out with this. Can we talk? This Perfectly Poised, and I was telling you guys when I got this to get it. So if you didn't get it, that's your fault. That's your fault. But this for caramel skin, for deeper skin, Lord Jesus save me. This is probably my favorite highlight, hands down, full stop. If I should have gotten 2 because, okay, hope they re-promote this. Please re-promote this. Please, 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 Mac. Perfectly Poised. Bomb rush them and tell them for re-promote it. But it's a bronzy pink highlight. There are 2 parts of it. And the 2 parts give you, one's bronze, one's pink, right? But the bronze part is kind of shifts a little bit peachy pink as well. And then when you mix them together, it gives you such a, I can't even zoom in right now, but this video is going to be too long if I'm here doing swatches. But the Perfectly Poised, that pinky bronze on darker skin, caramel skin, yes, Jesus. And if you didn't get that, get Petticoat Skinfinish, which is again a pinky golden highlight. I think this is now permanent and Mac finally said, you know, I heard you, yes. So get Petticoat. Petticoat is more of a golden pink. And that's what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now as I highlight. And oh, this guy, yes. I think Perfectly Poised is better, but Petticoat, it was my ride or die beforehand. So those 2, yes. And I think this is also permanent now. Cheeky Bronze is another option. It's a pinky bronze again. And I think these for caramel skin, yes. So that's Cheeky Bronze. This one's Petticoat, which is more pink. And then this one, oh Lord, let me try to look how I'm gonna try to multitask right now. And this one is Perfectly Poised. So you see it's kind of all pinky bronzy shades, and these highlights work so great on darker skin. It's just, it's oh so pretty. And then another highlight that I actually liked, and I was slightly surprised that I liked it, was the Too Faced Candlelight Glow. It's not just the Candlelight, which is just a yellowy highlight. This one is the Candlelight Glow, which has the pink, so it's split pink and gold. And these together, it's a very light, shimmery highlight. It doesn't, light, I mean light as in it's not intensely pigmented. Like you're not going to swipe it on your cheeks and be like metal reflective cheeks. This one is very subtle. It blends so seamlessly into your skin because it's so finely milled that even though it's a little bit light looking at it and you swatch it, you're like, oh my god, but the pink and the gold together, because it's so finely milled and it just meshes with your skin so well, yes. On darker skin, I wouldn't run out and get this, but if you're medium to like my complexion, this works well. I wouldn't go heavy-handed, I'd be very light-handed, but this is another great highlight. I just did a highlight video, right? Oh, but I could do a swatch video and say, here's my favorite highlights if you wanted me to. I could. Oh, I can't forget these. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette that came out. Did y'all get this? This has dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. You needed to get on this. This is still available. You can get this. This is the trio with, if you're afraid of ambient lighting powders, and I need to do a video. So many videos I have to do, but the ambient lighting powders, it's not going to give you a crazy, intense, shimmery glow. What it's going to do is highlight your face as if you were hit with some special kind of mood lighting, right? So like candlelight, incandescent light, and when the light hits your face, like right now how the light's hitting my face, yes, you're gonna mimic that with these powders, just like if the light hits your face. So if you're going for a very subtle, very sophisticated level of highlight, pick this palette up. You won't be like disappointed in it. And I'm going to do, because people have asked me, I'm going to do a video on highlighting with these powders. Let me know if you're interested in that, like, and what you want to see exactly. What I want to do is just a tutorial demonstrating the use of these colors and where to put them, how to apply them, how they work, you know, that stuff. But oh my god, love them. And then my blushes, you probably don't, these are Holy Grail blushes. These are not necessarily just for 2014, but just all my blushes. First up, MAC Koi Girl. Darker skin, get on this. Koi Girl is dusty purple. You see? And purple, because it's muted and it's a matte, it's a sheer tone actually, but it's gonna give your skin this pop of purple, and purple on darker skin is so pretty. I love Koi Girl to death. Koi Girl is my baby. And then speaking of dark girl friendly blush, Gingerly. And someone mentioned in the comments, she said, I got Gingerly because of you and she loves it. So I'm telling you, if you're deeper skin and you just like a natural color on your cheeks, you just want to look healthy, not necessarily like here's my pink blush, boof. No, you just want to look natural and put together, like, you know, giving your face dimension. Gingerly is one of those Capri bronze shades that warms up your skin but gives you some color because it has a little bit of an orangey. I have a dip in this. This is so good. But it gives you this warm, like, it just does this thing. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just, yes, this Gingerly is everything. And then one of my Tarte, again, these are like my top blushes for deeper skin. Exposed Blush from Tarte, the Amazonian Clay Brush. Again, I have a dip in this. This is, again, one of those natural blushes, just looks really good on dark skin. And if by now you don't realize that I like very subtle, natural looking blushes on me, then I don't know what you've been watching. Another one that is a punch up, like a better, brighter color, if you really want a bright color, is Bite of an Apple blush. This is so limited edition, so long gone, but just look at the color. It's like, it's like a pinky red, you know? So if you can find a pinky red blush, this is a good one. Bite of an Apple is a good one. I think I have a similar one that no, that one's not true, but by like a pinky blush. And then speaking of, my number 70 blush from Makeup Forever, which is this orangey terracotta shade. Yes, yes. And Sienna, their new shade Sienna, which is number, I forget, I'll put the link below what color Sienna is, but this darker skin, yes, yes darling, yes. And my last one is Mood Exposure, which is one of the ambient lighting blushes, also from Hourglass. And this guy is like a mauvey, dusty bronze shade. It has purple in it, this mauve shade, and it looks really good on deeper skin for natural looks. This blush is a really, really pretty blush. Now we can move on to like eyeshadow and eye makeup and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start out with palettes. And first and foremost, did a full video on this. The Too Faced chocolate. The chocolate. I'm in love with the cocoa. The chocolate bar palette from Too Faced. Is it Too Faced? Yeah, Too Faced. They did it right. These are creamy, buttery, smooth, blendable shades. There's great neutrals, great shimmers, some pop of colors. This guy is just a great neutral palette if you're a beginner. This is a great palette to start off your collection with. Love this palette. Get the original. You'll not regret it. I did a review on this. I'll try to link that below as well. And then the Urban Decay Electric palette. This is not for the tame of heart. This is for you if you love color and boldness and bright colors. And I feel like this is a good palette to have in your collection as your color palette. Like this, just have it with all your neutrals and stuff. Just have a color palette where you can reach for a color. Maybe you just want to put it on your lower lash line, or you want to pop it on the outer corner, whatever you want to do. These colors, Urban Decay, I don't love Urban Decay eyeshadows. I don't love their naked palettes. They're not my favorite palettes. But this palette, the electric palette, did everything that I needed it to do. They're bright colors. They're smooth. They're pigmented. They apply like... I did 2 tutorials with these. I never did a review, but I did a tutorial with this. And is it still available? It should be, right? If you guys want a swatch and review video, I can do that, but... I'm telling you, Urban Decay did it right with this palette. People were excited about it, and I think for good reason. So those 2 palettes, neutral and colorful palettes, are the ones that really kept me interested the whole year. But eyeshadows, let's talk. You know what I'm going to say. Do I even have to say it? You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. The Makeup Forever eyeshadows. Ah, the angels sang when they did this. They... reformulated their entire lineup. Now, I already had like tons of Makeup Forever eyeshadows, and they reformulated them. The only thing I hate is that they didn't keep number 92, which is just signature, old school, like, yes, the perfect purple. They did another couple of purples like it, but they didn't keep that matte purple, which was everything. But all the Makeup Forever eyeshadows, there's not one that I tried that I was like, ew, this is sucky. No, all of them. Alright, there was one. It was a matte one. It was Prussian Blue, I think. It was a little bit chalky, a little bit choppy. And Morello Cherry was a little bit choppy for me. But apart from that, their blend-in shades here, I have Cookie and Speculous, number M650, M660. Perfect blend-in shades. They're so good. The purples, I did a whole video on these, and my favorite, I should have probably said that, my favorite palette, I depotted that palette already, and they're all in trios now, but the 30 artist 30 color palette, whatever they named it, they did a 30-year anniversary palette with 30 of the reformulated shades, limited edition. Everybody was freaking out. I got it. I did a full swatch. Oh my god, I cannot say enough. Makeup Forever, I love you, babies. Makeup Forever does such good products. I just can't. I love their eyeshadows in the first place, and then they redid them to make them even better. I am determined to own all of these, and that is my goal at EBATES and the makeup show. So if you come and you can't find me, I'm in the Makeup Forever line waiting, because I need all of these eyeshadows. But though, oh my god, like I can't. I'm gonna link the video below. You'll see the swatches. The blues, oh my god, the blues are so pretty. I die. Alright. Some other eyeshadows that came out that nobody really jumped on was from the what collection was that? It was aquatic something aquatic. The whatever, aquatic something. These eyeshadows, oh, these are the extra dimension eyeshadows. This is Fathoms Deep. This is Silver Sun. This is Legendary Lure. These eyeshadows were so, they have the extra dimension finish, which means they're creamy, buttery, but they have this real nice sheen, and they're lightweight, and they're so pretty. And these I got all but one, and the one that I didn't get, I'm so mad I didn't get them. But these eyeshadows from MAC, actually MAC did a great job with these eyeshadows, and I don't hear anybody talking about these, but these, I never did a tutorial, but they're so good. Like, these were so good. Also, my duo brush on adhesive with vitamins to round out the eyes. This lash glue has saved my life. My duo lash adhesive, which is latex, the original, it started irritating my eye because I'm sensitive now to latex, I'm finding out. And I needed to find something, and the brush on adhesive is non-latex. It's great, it has vitamins, and it works so well. So this guy, yes, is definitely getting added to my favorites. It's perfection. So now I've rounded up the eyes. Let's move on to the lips, and I'll just pull out from the top my Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks. I did a review on these. I did a full swatch video. Some of the colors take a little bit more work than others, but these are my 3 favorites. LUV, everything that a fuchsia purple should be. It's a strong saturated purple. It's not a deep purple, but it's a great purple. It stays on. Oh my god, I love this lipstick. And then the red one is Outlaw. I wore this. If I wanted a red lipstick that was going to stay in place, that wasn't... red lipstick is high maintenance. And if you wear it out, you have to be touching up, you have to be checking your chin, and you know, it gets messy. But Outlaw, if I wanted long lasting, minimal touch up, like after I ate I'd have to touch up, but it was minimal touch up. This guy, yes. And then Mouse. When I did my video, I called it Mau5, which is how it's spelled. It's M-A-U-A. But apparently it's some band and it's Mouse. If you didn't know that going in, you wouldn't know. So thanks for correcting me, because I had zero clue about it. But this one is like a berry fuchsia, like, no, berry fuchsia. Yeah, it's like, well, no, it's a berry color. It's really pretty, really like flattering, but it's still a bold pop of color without being too intimidating. So if you don't want to do red, you don't want to do purple, but you want to do something punchy, this one was a good, oh, I love these lip colors so much. And another set of lip colors that blew my mind in 2014, which year are we in now? 2014, were the Ruby Kisses lip lacquers. These were sent to me, and I hunted them down for them to send it to me. Like, they sent me a little package with products, and I got like 2 of these, and I was like, no, you need to send me the whole thing, because I need to do a review video on these. And I did do a review. I did a blog post. I did everything, because these are so inexpensive, but they're so good and so pigmented. They're not long lasting, but they're so richly pigmented. Oh, they're so creamy, and for such a low price, it blew my mind. But the colors I have here, I have Purple Berry, great purple glossy. Oh, you need to see my review video. Oh my god, so good. And I love the Naked one. This is Naked Nude. It's so pretty. It's a pinky nude with some shimmer to it. So divine, this color. And then we have Ladylike Fuchsia, which is this bright pink. It's a fuchsia pink. Oh, so pretty. And then this orange here, Orange Coral. If you want to wear orange, but I wouldn't recommend a Go-Go from Kat Von D, because it's just too bright neon orange. You can look like Big Bird and just no, okay? But this orange here is such a pretty orange to wear. It's more subtle, it's subdued, it's so pretty. Oh, I love this. You need to, I'm gonna leave the link again to these reviews, because y'all need to get on it. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up my favorites video. Let's see how long this video is gonna be because I take up far too much of your time. But thank you guys for those who like the longer videos like I do. Like, I'll put on a long video. I'm looking for long videos so I can sit and watch. Hopefully you guys don't mind the length, and hopefully you don't mind the length upcoming because you know I do long-winded videos. But I want to give you as much information as I can, and this video is undoubtedly going to be long because I'm trying to stuff in a whole year of favorites. Again, I'm going to do fancy favorites where I pick out different products from my collection that I truly love and think you guys should hear about and all that good stuff. And I have so many reviews, so many swatch videos, so many videos planned for you. So every week I'm going to try to post at least one video. As I said in my last video, I'm going back to school, so it's going to be tight, but I'm going to try to post at least one video every week. If I don't kill me, you know, you just have to be patient with me. But I have videos already lined up, uploaded, edited. They're just on private waiting to go live. So on Wednesdays you can expect a new video no matter what, and I'm gonna try either Fridays or Mondays. So I'm not sure on which day it will be, but it's either or. So it's gonna be definitely Wednesday and either Monday or Friday. So stay tuned for that. We have a lot to accomplish this year, so let's just do it. And yeah, I can't wait to share other things with you guys this year. And until my next video, which will be soon, I'll talk to you. Bye!